Hey guys, welcome back to Lil Dood. So yeah, my 21st birthday is coming up in a few days, and if you've been a subscriber or like a follower of my work on social media, you know that it's almost like a ritual for me to like create something special for my birthday each year. It's like my third or fourth year so far. I've created from like flip books to huge drawings and for this year's, what can I call it? It's like a gift to myself, from myself. I decided to create a custom Funko Pop of myself. I've always wanted to like collect pop figures, and the past year I've been getting into it. So far I got like 5 figures, 6 including the one I'm going to create in this video. So let's just jump into it. I absolutely got like no idea of how I'm gonna make it, but let's hope for the best. I'm creating the figure from scratch and not using the DIY Funko figure, because this way it would be more challenging for me, and also because I hate the old Funko pose. It's squatting in a really dumb way. It looks like it's shedding itself. To start with the design, Funko Pop actually got like a custom figure maker on their website, so I basically chose a body type and facial hair and eyebrows and beard and stuff. And this mohawk is like the closest thing to my hairline, so I chose it, and the clothes and stuff. Basically you just go to the website you see on the top and make it and download the picture. So I ended up with this one. On Photoshop I added the beanie and raised the right arm to hold the pencil and added the notebook and made the shirt a little bit longer. And for the background I just did the PewDiePie patterns and added a green background, because green is my favorite color. So yeah, here is the basic design. I just downloaded the template I found on Pinterest for the boxes and did the closest to like the original designs, but in my own way. Like I did the front and the sides, and also the lid and the bottom. For the figure itself, I own this Saitama figure, which is like the most basic Funko Pop ever when it comes to the head, because it like got no details. It's like the basic sculpt, so I decided to make a cast out of it. I just added air dry clay around it and left it to dry overnight. As the clay dries, let's assemble the box. So I printed the designs I made in Photoshop and cut it out and started to assemble the box. It turned out really good. It's a little bit bigger than the original one, but not like huge difference, like only half a centimeter difference. But it's really close and I can work with it.
Early the next morning.
The next morning I got the cast. It turned out great, so I started working with the clay. I spread a thin piece of clay and put it in the cast and gave it a quick bake. The cast worked really good. After tons of sanding, the head turned out pretty close to the original, so I decided to move on with the body. For the body I took the dimensions of the original figures and drew the design I did earlier on a paper just to make it easy to add the wiring skeleton. I added foil and put clay over it just to make the figure lighter and give it a quick bake. Then I started sanding again. Here I am adding the close details. After sanding, the shirt turned out to look really good. It's drilling time. I drilled a hole on the top of the figure and put the wire for the neck, which will hold the spring for the head. Here I'm adding some details for the shirt and pants. Then I added clay over it and put the spring while the clay is still soft. Then I gave it a quick bake. Here I'm making like the accessories for the figure. This is a sketchbook it's going to be holding. Here he is. Then I decided to move on and work on the hands. It was really hard to make the fingers, but I think it worked out great at the end. Now for the hands that's going to be holding a pencil. I got carried away and did the pencil off camera. Now the figure is getting in shape, and with the top part done, I could move on and work on the head. Here I'm just copying the design I did earlier. Basically, to make a figure of yourself, you just see the main features in your face or like body and try to copy it into your design. So for me, the beard and like eyebrows and hairline, this is like the main features in my face, so I tried to get it right.
Hey, what the
Sorry guys about that. It's really satisfying brushing off the sanding dust. It's assembly time. With the spring fixed to the head, I removed it from the body and moved on to adding the rest of the details to the head. Here I'm doing the hairline and then moving on to the ears. And now for the beanie. I didn't want to make the figure heavy or like for the beanie to take a lot of volume, so I just added a strip of clay and smoothed it from one side and then sanded it. And added this fold on the back. And now for the final part, the legs. It's the hardest part because I got no idea if it's going to stand or not. Thankfully it did stand actually in the first try. Now the figure is done and it's time for priming. The primer I used on the figure is from Rust-Oleum. I gave it like 2 coats and then left it to dry. And now it's time for coloring. For the coloring, I'm using acrylic paint. I took my time with the coloring because I didn't really want to mess up anything, so I'll leave you guys to it. Don't rush it, guys, and try to take your time with the details on the face especially, so your figure would look great like you want it. To seal it all off, I gave it a quick coat of regular clear seal. Here is an epic reveal. I really like how this figure looks, especially when next to the other official figures. So yeah, here it is, you guys. Can you guys see the resemblance? I'm totally in love with this little dude. It's kinda cool to have like a miniature figure of yourself. And what's even more cooler, it's like a bobblehead. I love this dude. Hope you guys liked this one. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. And also make sure to wish this little dude a happy 21st birthday. I seriously need your wishes. Life been shitty in quarantine. Hope you guys liked this one and see you in the next video. Peace.